Hi guys, welcome back. As promised, this is my Easter themed crafting video today, and all you're going to need is some loo rolls, one loo roll per person that's coming for dinner on Christmas Day, on Easter Day, plus one other. Okay, check on the size of your toilet rolls as well, because these are very different. Okay, but you want 4 of the same, and the other one, if it's smaller, great. Okay, if it isn't, we can cut it to size, don't panic on that score. You also need some cardboard, and cardboard needs to be the size of a table mat. Okay, ideally, sorry, that's fine, don't load it in the garden playing. Ideally like a cereal packet, or as I've used, a Heineken box, so taking the big size out of it. The only disadvantage with this one is that you do get the beer can moulds in it, but it's not the end of the world. And again, you need 1 per person, and then you just need a bit of extra card, because what you also need is enough to make 4 if you've got 4 people, 2 if you've got 2 people, little cup stands as well. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is cut out all my cardboard. So I've already cut these ones to size already. Okay, and I'm now going to cut out for my my cup mats. So all I'm going to do is, I'll show you down here, let me show you. Right, so all I'm going to do is trace around an original one I've got already. Okay, like so. Okay, and then just cut that out. Right, let's move that out of the way, because I can use that later. Got a lot more card here, I don't need right now, but I will need it later. Right, so these are my mats. That one I said I cut already, but I'm going to trim it down because it's not straight on the side. Okay, so I've got 2 placemats, 2 cup mats, and now I need to decorate them. So I've got lots of little bits of card here, but I'm not going to use that just yet. I'll talk about that later. I've got a selection of paints here, just acrylic paints. And what I'm thinking of doing is having them slightly different colours. So I'm thinking, because it's Easter, I'm going to go for bright colours. So I'm going to go for the yellow and the green. So I'll do 1 matte yellow, 1 matte green. So let me go and paint those, and we'll come back in a minute. Right, so they're all painted. So I'm just going to put them to one side to dry. Okay. And then we're going to start on our cutlery holder. So we'll just move that out of the way. There we go. And again, I want to make sure I use the same colours as the placemat, so it all blends in. So I'm going to paint 1 red and 1 green. So I'll do that and come back when they're done. Okay. Right. So while everything else is drying, we now need to make our napkin rings. And I've got a smaller tube here. If you haven't got a smaller tube, then what you need to do is take one of your normal size tubes. There, just cut it down there, take about a couple of centimetres out, and then just stick it back together as a tube, alright, to make it smaller. You won't see the join, I promise, when we get around to doing it, okay, but thankfully I do have quite a small napkin ring. And the same with these. If your toilet rolls are quite small like that, it's okay, alright, because we can still make this cutlery holder with this. All right, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to cut a 2-inch ring like that, and then using that as a guide, I'm going to cut another 2-inch ring. Okay, and you need to again make as many of these as you want for your place settings. All right, so I need 2, and I need to paint them again, so I'm going to do exactly the same colours just so they coordinate with everything else. All right, so I'll paint those, and then once everything's dry, I think we will be ready to start making these look more Eastery. All right, so come back shortly. Right, so everything is drying now, so this is where the decoration comes in. Now you can either freestyle your drawing, or you can get something off the internet printed off, or like I'm going to do, I've got these cookie cutters even, which I got from the Works, I think it is, for £2 a long time ago. And I thought these would be great for me to use as my designs. So I've also found this really pretty card in my cardstock, and I thought this would be great to make Easter eggs out of. So I've also got here different bright colour cards. Now if you haven't got bright colour cards or anything else, you can paint card, absolutely. We've painted the cardboard already for the other bits, so there's no reason why you can't paint anything else. And especially if you're doing like a little Easter egg, you can cut it out in the shape and then you can do similar patterns to what's on here. So I'm going to make sure I've got my pattern the right way around on this, which I think is that way. So what I'm going to do is draw 2 Easter eggs on this. I'll do it down there. There. They are going to be for placement, but actually, do you know what? I'm going to do more than 2, right? Because I'm going to make my placemats as colourful as I can. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to go for bunnies. And because I've got green and I've got sort of like a yellow, I'm going to go for a different colour. I'm going to go for pink, I think, as these are pink as well. So all I'm going to do is draw around my cookie cutter even. As I said, you can freestyle if you want. I'm not very good at freestyling, I have to admit. So I'm going to do 4 of these. Okay, so I just need to cut all of these out. Right, so I've cut them out and it's just been looking how I'm going to arrange them. And I'm thinking putting a bunny in the middle there and an egg either side of my placemats. Now my bunnies look a little bit boring at the moment, so I want to jazz them up. So I'm going to put a little bit more of a tail on for them. That noise in the background is Fido. He wants to come in and now he wants to go back out. Going to give it a little bit more definition in its ears. There we go. And give it a bit of a nose there. Okay. I'm going to do the same on all the others. And then I'm going to give him a little eye. And some whiskers. It's looking a bit more like a bunny, isn't he? I might just give him a little bit of eyelash as well. There we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Okay, and all I'm going to do is glue these on with just a bit of school PVA glue. In fact, actually, do you know what? I'm not happy about his feet. So I'm just going to just give him a couple of claws on his feet. There we go. You might be better off drawing your own guys rather than what I'm doing, or even cutting it out of the newspaper or the magazines if you're not good at drawing like I'm not. So just school glue and just stick it down. Okay. Oops. There we go, so that's my first little placemat. And then for my little cup holder, just glue it on in the middle, like so. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. So let me do the others and then we'll come back. Right, so you have your matching play sets. Now what you can do if you want to, you can also write their name on it. So you can personalise it. So let's do this one here and put my name on it. There we go. So everyone knows that I'm going to be sitting at that place. Okay, and then let's do one for my hubby. Okay, so we can just pop those to one side for a minute, and what I need to do now is go and get the cutlery holder and the napkin rings that should be dry. Okay, so again for these we want to embellish them, and we can make these more 3D because nothing's going to be sat on them. So just get my pen, and again I've got a cookie cutter here, so all I'm going to do is pop my pen around and cut these out. This is the head of a bunny with its ears, which I thought would be quite cute. So I need to do one for every embellishment that's needed. So I'm going to do 4. Right, so I've got 4 bunnies, well heads anyway, cut out. And again, I want to dress these up a little bit because they don't look like bunnies at the moment. So I'm just going to colour inside their ears. Like so. Make sure that they're the same. Okay. And then I've got some little pom-poms here, but if not, you can just colour it. But I'm going to stick a little nose, a little white nose in the middle here. Okay, like so. And then I'm going to give it some little eyes. Just not the pom-poms everywhere. Like that. Okay, and then some whiskers. If you can see that. Okay, let's move that other way. Some whiskers for her. And then we'll just give it a nice little smile. There we go. Oops. So that's my first bunny. So I'll do the rest and we'll come back. Right, so my bunnies are all done. Now, the napkin rings are dead easy. What I've done here, I've done 2 pink noses and 2 white noses. So what I want to do is make sure that I have 1 pink and 1 white for each pair. Okay, so napkin ring is going to be a pink nose. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue and I'm just going to pop, oops. There we go, like so. There we go, that's done. And then I need to do the same on there. Oops. Okay, so that's to one side. Right, so they're done. Okay, so pop those to one side. Now my cutlery holders, depending on the size of your toilet roll holder, it could be too big or too small, all right? So this is where it doesn't matter. So same, you do the same thing with the napkin ring, okay? You know, I mentioned earlier, if your napkin ring's the wrong size, all you need to do is just chop it at the back, okay? Okay, and then it's easy if you pop your cutlery inside and just see how much you need, okay? So I think I can probably take quite a bit out of this one. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do the same with the other. Oops. And I'm going to use this as a template so I know where to cut. Okay. Now, you might notice I'm using hot glue gun at the moment, but the only reason I'm doing that is just for speed for the camera, all right? If you use PVA glue, then you might just need to put a peg on this for a minute while it dries, okay? But obviously, I just want to show you what you need to do, okay? Okay, so that's done. I'll just glue this one down as well. Oops. Okay, that should fit your cutlery in now still. There we go, perfect. And then all I'm going to do is where the seam is, make sure that's face down, and glue my rabbits on. Like that. There we go. So one more thing to do to hold your cutlery in is just pop a bit of glue down here. Again, if you're using school glue, just put a peg on it just to hold it. So I'm doing this just because it's quicker, all right, because I just want to show you what I'm doing. Okay, a bit too much glue there. Okay, and same with the other one. Just get rid of my glue gun a minute. Okay, right, and now I think our place settings are ready. So your cutlery should fit nicely into your little holder. There we go. Oops. Like so. Okay, so let's lay the table for dinner. So there is your place settings. So you've got your napkin holder, you've got your mat for your plate and your cup, and then your cutlery holders as well there. And I think they are very, very cute. And you know, if you get the kids making these for you for Easter Sunday, I think it adds a bit of personality to it. We might not be able to go out as a family at the moment, but we can stay in as a family and have some really good quality time. And this will give them something to do during the week as well, while they're on their school holidays. So what did you think? I mean, for little kids to make, I think this is great. It's just a really nice little cute project. You don't have to do the cutlery holders if you don't want to, but I just think to give them a little job to do over the Easter holidays to, you know, make your place settings. As I said, you can personalise them, they can write their names on, so like mum, dad, brother's names, sister's names, you know, oops. But I just think, you know, and they can put whatever they like on these, you know, these are just some cuttings that I put on it just to give you some ideas. But seriously, you can do absolutely anything. And as I said, you can cut things out of magazines if they prefer. But, you know, for something that's just old toilet rolls and cardboard, I think they're really, really cute. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click notifications and give me a thumbs up. And if your kids do make these for Easter, or for any other occasion really, then I'd love to see the photographs. So please post them below for me. All right guys, I hope you have a smashing week and I will catch you on my next video. All right, take care. Bye, bye.